My name is Michelle, and I'm 31 years old. I live in an apartment in London. I needed money for rent, so I put an advertisement online looking for a new roommate. A week later, a man named Dawson came to see the apartment. He told me he had moved from a small town to London for a new job. He said he didn't talk much and he was shy. Dawson wasn't like other people I knew. He was polite and very quiet. So I let him live with me, and he became my roommate the next day. My life was busy. I worked in marketing, so my days were long and my nights were loud. I met many people. When I came home late, Dawson was usually reading or cooking. He often cooked dinner for both of us. Dawson seemed a little lonely. He never went out and didn't seem to have friends. He was always alone. One Friday evening, I came home feeling very sad. I had just argued with my ex-boyfriend, and my eyes were full of tears. Dawson was standing in the living room. "Bad day?" he asked. I looked at his calm face and slowly reached out my hand towards him. Dawson froze, looking at me with surprise. I asked, "Dawson, have you ever been with someone before?" His face turned red and he looked very shy. "No," he said. "Never." My heart jumped. We became very close after our talk. Dawson was nervous and afraid to touch me, but I helped him. My heart felt happy. Dawson made me feel alive. Later, he asked me, "Was I good?" I said, "You were perfect." He smiled as if he had learned something new about love. But when I woke up the next morning, he wasn't there. His bedroom door was open and the room was empty. His phone was turned off and I couldn't call him. He was gone. Where did he go? Why did he leave so fast? He didn't say goodbye. I felt sad. Our night together had changed things for both of us. I waited for him to come back, for his call or a message, but nothing came. I walked to his room again. His clothes were gone. What would I do now? I had never felt this way before. I hoped Dawson was okay and safe, but I also felt a little angry. Why did he leave without a word? Why didn't he tell me anything? It wasn't fair. I wanted to talk to him. Days passed and I couldn't focus on my work. The apartment felt empty without him, and I kept thinking about our night together. Then one morning my phone buzzed. It was a new message, and my heartbeat quickened. It was from Dawson. The message was very short. It said, "I'm sorry, Michelle. I had to go home. I didn't mean to hurt you." I read the message again and again, feeling angry and confused. He was sorry, but why did he leave? What did he mean by "had to go home"? I wanted to know the truth. I decided I had to go and find him, no matter what. His hometown was about 2 hours away from London. I bought a ticket and left that same day. When I arrived, I found his house. It was an old house. I took a deep breath and knocked on the door. An old woman opened it. Her face looked tired and sad. "You're Michelle, right?" she asked. I was surprised. How did this woman know my name? "Yes, I am," I replied. The woman looked at me with a serious face. "Dawson told me about you, but you shouldn't have come here." I felt a cold feeling in my stomach. The woman invited me inside. She was Dawson's mother, and she told me a big secret. She said, "Dawson's father died some years ago. Before he died, Dawson made a promise to him. He promised his father he would stay pure until he was married. He promised he would wait for the right person to be his wife. But Dawson broke that promise with you. He felt very bad about it. He felt ashamed. That is why he left all of a sudden." I was shocked. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I didn't know what to say or what to think. My heart felt heavy. 3 months passed. I often thought about Dawson, wondering if he would ever come back. Then one morning, I heard a knock. I opened the door. Dawson stood outside with a suitcase. He looked different. His face was tired and he seemed thinner. He said, "I needed time. I needed to think, but I could not forget you, Michelle. I tried, but it was impossible." My heart beat fast. I didn't feel angry. I just felt relief. I let him come inside and we sat on the couch. Dawson looked at me with sad eyes. When I left, he said, I was very confused. My father's promise was important. I thought I had done something wrong. I thought love had to be pure. I thought feelings had to follow strict rules. But being away from you taught me that real love is not perfect. It can be messy. It can make you feel things you never expected. You showed me that, Michelle. Our time together was real. It was honest. I missed you very much. Tears filled my eyes, and I held his hand. He smiled. Dawson had changed. I knew I wanted him in my life again, so I let him back in. Soon, many people knew about us. Someone saw Dawson and me together, and people at my office began to talk. They said bad things about me. Some said I used Dawson, that I took advantage of him. This made me feel very sad. Dawson saw that I was hurt. He wanted to speak to them, to defend me from their unkind words. But I told him not to. I told him it didn't matter what they said. I tried to be strong, but the mean words still hurt me every day. I even thought about leaving Dawson, thinking that if I left him, the rumors would stop. I didn't want his name to be hurt because of me. But Dawson didn't agree. He refused to let me go. He held my hand and said, I am not ashamed of you, Michelle. I am proud to be with you. I love you. His love made me strong when I felt weak. We decided to face the world together. We wouldn't let other people's words break us apart. 2 years passed. Dawson and I left the city and moved to a small town by the sea. We found a small house with a garden. Dawson found a teaching job at the college where he taught history. He was very happy there. I opened a small jewelry shop in town. In London, I had worked in marketing, which was stressful. Now I sold handmade jewelry and felt happy doing it. Dawson still blushed when I mentioned our first night. His shyness was still there, but now I loved it. I had been with Dawson when he was a virgin, which made our connection special. True love means standing together even in hard times. Our life is proof of that.